Welcome to our very first show. You've tuned in to Realty Resource Radio with your hosts, Lori and Greg Swearingen. You won't want to miss today's guest with Sita Chapa, owner of Ventura Remodeling. She'll be talking about return on your investment and remodeling tips, and Amy Metters, spatial efficiency expert. She's going to be telling you how to improve your space and so much more. So Greg, let's talk for a minute about, what you see happening in today's market. What do you see that's been going on recently? What kinds of things have you been seeing?
Well, in Central Ohio, we just broke average sales record for the average sales price on a home, and I think that's fantastic. The market has been in an upswing for a couple years, and this is a huge step in Columbus. We just hit the average sales price for a home in 2014 just hit $185,135. Which is up 6% over last year.
Wow. We
haven't seen this kind of high since 2005 when it was at 177,797. Now that's average price. And one of the things I always think about when I think about average price is like, where do the average people live? Well, when I looked at the map, they live all over Columbus, all over Central Ohio. Well, they don't live in Muirfield. The 185 price range is not going to get you into Muirfield.
Sure.
But that's an average. I mean, there's a low and there's a high too. So, for example, I looked at what was the low price so far this year. The lowest priced house to sell this year sold for $0.
Lowest $0. How does a house sell for $0?
That's what I want to know. Is it really a sale if it was like $0? But anyway, $0. They listed it at $9,900, sold for $0. And get this.
For how much did they list it for?
$9,900. It sold for $0.
So someone got a deal.
They got a heck of a deal.
Okay.
And not only that, it was on the market for a while too. So
wow.
it took a while to sell that house for $0. The high so far this year, $2,487,500.
Wow.
That was in southern Delaware. The low was in Bainbridge.
That's interesting.
A little south and west of here.
Okay.
Anyways, the other thing that the other interesting part of the statistics that are out there so far this year, days on market. Right now, it's at approximately 75 days on the market. And last year, the same time frame was 102. So we've actually cut the days it takes to sell a house on average by an entire month.
That's awesome.
That's another great thing. The low house that sold for $0, 110 days on the market. It took 110 days to sell a $0 house. The high house took 480 days on the market to sell.
Well,
I love looking at these homes. The pictures, especially the $1 million homes. So if anybody wanted to see $1 million homes, just go out to Google and check out $1 million homes in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be surprised what's out there. Now the highest one to sell so far this year is $2,400,000 some. But there's $5 million homes out there.
And I'm pretty sure our website, www.sellingcolumbus.com, has the $1 million homes on it, right?
Oh yeah. We put them out there. They're fun to see. It's fun to look at. Maybe you want to buy one.
Oh, okay. Sure. Any old day.
The other thing that drives the housing market that I look at, because every year I do a housing report, and I try to guess what's going to come up in the year for real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I do a forecast, and the economy is another big thing.
Do you put that on your website? The forecast?
Yeah, they're out there.
Okay.
And the thing that drives the economy, that's amazing so far this year, is that the domestic output is up 3.3%, and that's number 8. So that puts Central Ohio at number 8 in the United States on that.
Wow.
So the economy's booming. Domestic output, I was wondering, what is domestic output? It's sales. So we're selling stuff in Columbus, and it's going good.
That is good to know. Yeah, because you're like, what is domestic output?
Yeah, and what is Columbus selling?
I know, exactly.
We're selling stuff. I guess we're selling a lot of stuff. But
good to know.
And the other thing that drives the economy is jobs. If you have a lot of jobs, there's people wanting to move up in their jobs, buy houses, that sort of thing. And one of the jobs that one of the companies that's looking to come to Columbus is Stone Brewing Company.
Huh.
So they're trying to make a decision on which city to go to. And I'd like to say to Stone Brewing Company, come to Columbus, come to Central Ohio. And a matter of fact, I think we should all get out there and buy a Stone Brewing Company beer just to let them know that we want them here in Columbus.
Hey, all right,
I think if they see
idea.
a sales spike in Columbus, that might push them over the edge right there.
There you go. And we could sell them a place. to put their company.
Well, I think they've already got a place they're looking at, but
okay.
Right now they're out in like California, and I'm thinking, who brews beer out in California?
It's wine, isn't it?
Well, you have to have water for beer.
That's true.
If you're in California,
your water shortage,
certainly Southern California has an issue with water.
Right, they have to bring it in, right, from Alaska or somewhere.
Oh, I think they just it floats down the rivers through Colorado.
Oh, wow.
And Nevada and such, and then makes its way over there. But
that's interesting.
It is, and so I don't know why you open up a brewing company, but come to Columbus. We've got lots of water. The other interesting thing coming to Columbus, I heard on the radio just today, was a video game sporting complex. I'm like, well, that's exciting. So more jobs revolving around that.
So kids can sit more and play video games, right? And they
well, it's not just it's a sport.
It's a sport. How are they getting any activity from that?
It's a sport of video gaming. So,
okay.
Don't laugh. I saw this on. I mean, if you think this is not a sport, I was watching on ESPN. They had a spelling bee contest.
By the way, you're a gamer, so you're an advocate of this. And so is
I am an advocate of sport gaming, sport video gaming. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways.
So you saw a conference on this.
They announced on the on the radio. I heard when I was driving around that they're bringing a complex for sports video gaming to Columbus.
Oh boy!
I was excited.
Okay.
I'll go out and watch some games.
Huh. Great. Okay.
Well, so that's what I'm seeing in the market. This is in the news. The housing market.
Actually, video gamers will really like that.
The housing market in Central Ohio is booming, and these are some of the reasons why, and some of the signs we're seeing from it. What are you seeing?
Well, I was thinking about that. One of the things that's really interested me recently is that I've noticed a ton of apartment complexes going up, and not just in the downtown area, but all over, in all the suburbs, everywhere. Like I was on Bethel Road in 315 the other day, and there's some huge, Kmart has been mowed down now that used to be there, and there's some huge apartment complex there. And then at Polaris, which, the area we live in, it's called 801 Polaris Parkway, I think it's called, and built by the Kaufman Group. And I was wondering how that's going to affect just the housing market, because there's so many rentals. Why is there so many rentals? And I kind of did some research on Google and looked back and saw that in the Columbus Dispatch, because I was curious about this, I thought, why is there so many rentals? And all of a sudden, and last year in the Columbus Dispatch, they had already kind of been on top of this and interviewed some places. And basically for a while, from what I gathered from the research I did, was that the rental market was down for quite a while. And then for like 2015 2011 to 2012, and then it kind of picked back up again. And so now the rental market is strong, and there's a lot of empty nesters that they're targeting and moving in to these apartment complexes. Also, there are kids, we have 2 kids in college, and kids nowadays are not getting married till later, so they're interested in renting longer, and they're not interested so much in owning right away. And so there's a need for more apartment complexes. You have the baby boomers,
I've seen a bunch downtown coming up too.
Well, yeah, and that's also due to the revitalization in downtown Columbus. So, that's a really good, that's why apartments are booming so much in Columbus. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the housing market, although the forecasters are saying they don't think that it's necessarily going to affect housing in the short-term interim as much.
We've got coming up on the show, if you're someone you don't like your space and it's a mess, or you just want to fix the place up, we can help you out. We've got Amy Metters coming on, and she's going to tell us how to fix that space. You're listening to Realty Resource Radio on Classic Country K107.1.